Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us for today's partner webinar brought to you by Marketplacer. Today we're featuring arguably one of the best things to come out of the Melbourne lockdown from last year, and that's Providoor. Providoor are a fine dining food delivery service who are able to rapidly capture the market and create an unbelievable business in just 6 weeks when the rest of the hospitality industry was shut down. Today that success rolls on, and well into the year, Providoor are close to opening up in Sydney, and with Melbourne's recent lockdown, they had to push this call off a couple of weeks as they were so busy. So it's an unbelievable story, and we'll get into it soon. We've got Magenta joining from them. Also joining on the call today are one of their key partners in Givex. Givex are one of the world leaders in e-commerce gift card solutions, and since partnering with Providoor, they're able to deliver some unbelievable numbers, which we'll hear about shortly as well. As we jump into today's call, quickly introduce everybody who's on the call with me today. So starting from the left, that's me, Tom Buttigieg. I work in the Alliances team at Marketplacer. Also joining us on the call today is Magenta from Providoor. Welcome, Magenta.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to tell you a little bit more about the business and how our success has been with our gift vouchers through Givex.
Thanks, Magenta. It's great to have you on. Larry Samuels from Givex. Welcome, Larry.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. It's a pleasure to be here, and we're excited to have been able to help Providoor with their gift voucher program.
Thanks. And then Zach Burkle from Marketplacer.
Thanks, Tom. I'm going to be here today to talk you through how easy it is to connect and integrate with Givex on your marketplace.
Thanks. And Zach will also have a little demonstration to show you as well. So just before we jump into it, with Magenta taking us through some of this, the reason for today's call, I guess the agenda, is to boost revenue through your e-com platform and making the most of that. And we'll hear from Magenta now how adding Givex was able to provide Providoor with such a boost in the business and drive them through the lockdown period of Melbourne. So Magenta, over to you.
Thank you. So just a little bit on the background of Providoor. We, as Tom said, we started at the very start of Melbourne's lockdown. So we actually launched June 1st last year. And the reason behind it was to create a solution that could bring the meals or the restaurant experience from some of the city's best restaurants into the homes of people. So the challenges we had around what was already out in market, it didn't reflect the premium nature of the brands that we represented. So we deliver finish at home style meals. So a customer will receive their meal like refrigerated and packaged for them to follow a few easy steps to then serve up something that is of the same quality as you'd expect in a restaurant. And the kind of brands that we represent are literally Melbourne's best restaurants. So we have brands like Maha, Supernormal, Long Grain, Estelle, and Ginger Boy. So we have 35 restaurants on the platform at the moment, and really excited to grow that into Sydney in the coming months. So it's a little about what we do and where we've been.
I was in Melbourne when that was happening with Magenta, and I can tell you the happiness and joy that you brought to us when there wasn't too much to be happy or joyous about in that time.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride. So I'm currently looking at some of our stats just because we are currently doing a different kind of deck, but 350,000 meals delivered to date, and that's 3.5 million website sessions. So it's been, when we kind of reflect and go, what revenue have we put through restaurants, that when a lot of restaurants really, really struggled and, it was very doom and gloom for a hot minute there, we've really found a lasting place for their brands and their products to exist in people's homes. And beyond just the customer that was already dining in with them, we found a whole new pool of people that either weren't dining out or couldn't dine out, either or, but it's still just as strong.
So with I had just a question around the vouchers. So to say, since adding GiveX to Providoor, have you seen an increase in vouchers?
Yeah, we've seen
$250,000.
a significant lift in vouchers, which we are putting down to the ease in which people are able to transact. So while we did have a kind of coupon type solution previously, the introduction of using GiveX has meant that our conversion on these vouchers is exponentially higher than it was. And yeah, they make up 18% of all of our orders.
That's great. So
I think Magenta, the upsell on those vouchers is quite astounding as well. So while average voucher value might be $50, you're seeing the redemption of those vouchers far in excess of that voucher value.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. It's something I should have pulled previously on what our average transaction value of the vouchers is, but I think it's somewhere up near like $120, $130 as well.
Yeah, correct.
And the decrease in support tickets, how's that?
Yeah, so probably the most significant difference, like while it's great that, yes, we're absolutely selling more vouchers and that user experience is more seamless, what it has meant from an internal like resourcing perspective is like outstanding for us. So we've seen 65% decrease in the amount of tickets that come through our support lines on, and that's things like, how does it work? How do I purchase? How do I do it? But 92% reduction in team hours. And I had to triple check that number when it came through to me, because I was like, I don't believe it. That's outrageous that we even thought we should do that in the first place if it was that amount of man hours. But previously we were manually fulfilling gift vouchers, and from a customer's perspective, they would receive them on the next business day. So it was a really clumsy experience initially, and now it's all very neat and seamless and really doesn't need too much interaction from our team internally. And where we do still have any kind of touch point with it is when we're dealing with large corporate orders. So we'll have clients that say, you know, we want 200 gift vouchers, all to be $100 each, and send them out to their team. So that's pretty much the only time now where our internal Providoor team really has to interact with the voucher system.
So Larry, is that something across the board that like has a major benefit with every organisation you work with, or is this specifically this one?
No, it certainly is across the board. Sometimes GiveX doesn't get the intricate visibility over what's happening there. So it's a great story to hear that from Magenta firsthand. The benefits of having a voucher program. If I look at the numbers here. 250,000 plus sales in the lead up to Christmas, 33% redemption. That means as a startup business, you've had more than $150,000 worth of cash flow. So the numbers in terms of the monetary are there. The support reduction and man hours or people hours that you can then divert to things that are more productive than fulfilling a voucher are music to GiveX's ears, and really that's what our technology is all about driving.
Great. Zach, do you have any questions you'd like to add?
No questions, more of a little bit of a statement. At Marketplace, we try and ensure that we're always trying to make it easy for people to buy and sell. And I think this is a real testament to if you can remove the friction from both the buyer experience as well as an operator like Magenta with a partnership with someone like GiveX, it really makes it easy to fulfill that goal of buying and selling more and easier.
Absolutely. And with conversion rate up 27%, making the most of people coming to your site is key.
And anecdotally, I think it's a really great point to make with a gift voucher program of any kind. Quite often, the simple act of giving a gift is much easier on a marketplace environment like Providoor, where you don't have to pick the restaurant. You can let the gift receiver take care of that. It makes giving a gift so much simpler, in my experience.
Oh, thanks for that, guys. That's pretty amazing stuff, what you've been able to do there, Magenta, in what, a year, effectively, and with the help of GiveX. So It's extraordinary. Larry, I'll hand over to you now to talk us through just a bit of background on GiveX and how you can accommodate the wider market.
Absolutely. So GiveX founded or started 20 plus years ago. It's a Toronto Canadian by birth. And like we're talking about Providoor as a startup, assisting their business with digital gift vouchers, 20 years ago, that's what GiveX started as. So our main focus was on supporting small businesses and medium-sized businesses move into online gift vouchers. 20 years ago, that was something special. It's now something that has evolved as a gift card market. But there are still, as we've shown in those last few slides, instances where efficiencies can be gained with working with someone like GiveX. If I bring GiveX locally, we've been in the Australian market for more than 15 years with a strong, broad set of client verticals. So we're across mainstream retail, we're across hotels and food and hospitality, as well as specialist online businesses like Providoor. It's a simple process for sign up with GiveX and Marketplacer. We've both worked together quite hard to make sure that the sign up process is as streamlined as possible, and in turn the time to market is also relevant. So we can, from sign off and sign up to GiveX, we can have clients, and we have had clients launch within a few weeks from their signings.
And Larry, with signing up to GiveX, what's the process? How long would it take for someone who's listened to this today to jump on board and get involved with starting to sell gift cards?
Absolutely, good question, Tom. There's some paperwork. We are managing monetary funds sitting behind these programs, so it's important that the right paperwork, etc., is in place. But it's not a cumbersome process to do that. We have it quite templated now, and we can turn that round within typically 24 to 48 hours from the initial touch points with a new client. And I think, as I said earlier, from sign to launch, we have had programs up and running within a couple of weeks with Marketplacer.
And how about different payment gateways? Do you plug into a whole bunch, or what's the quickest way to get going there?
Yeah, the quickest to market is through PayPal. So PayPal is what we've found is extremely efficient from both client side and GiveX side in terms of getting a product quick to market. It's not the only way. We do have other payment gateways, but they can take longer to work through the intricacies of getting those established. PayPal's certainly the one to get a product out there quickly.
Yeah, great. The Marketplace has got a direct integration with PayPal as well, so that works well for our end as well.
Magenta, how did you find the onboarding and setup process with GiveX and Marketplacer as part of spinning up your gift card program?
We were the first cab off the rank, so we really spent a lot of time thinking about how we wanted this to work, but also the whole speed in which Providoor moves and was moving at that time meant that we were up and cranking quite quickly. It was interesting to understand the different integration possibilities, and I'm really happy with where we landed. And now we can have, I guess, more options on the card faces and starting to play around with the program. Now that it's up and running smoothly, the marketing function has been what we've kind of dedicated our next patch of time and resources to, is really, now that it's up and firing, how do we make the most of it?
Excellent, thank you. Larry, we're looking at where you can order a Providoor gift voucher here. Could you tell us a little bit more about the kind of customization options you can have for your gift cards via GiveX?
Yeah, absolutely. Good question, Zach. So, the beauty of the GiveX platform is that it's not one size fits all. We do build these websites to individual brands, and you can see Providoor prominently branded here on this page. We do keep them to some preset templates so that they are cost effective and, as we discussed earlier, provides a quick to market solution. But it really gives retailers and online businesses, hotels, really any verticals, an opportunity then to start using their gift vouchers for key gift giving periods. So as Mother's Day is coming up, Father's Day, Christmas, you can start very easily to rebrand some of these images for gift cards to hit those key touch points for those key gift giving periods. The other thing you can do with this GiveX site is personalize the message. So you can make that as elaborate or as brief as you wish in terms of your greeting message. And one of the other cool features here is that for those that are very organized, you can set a delivery date in the future and make sure that that hits the mark for someone's birthday. And typically with the timing of these things, you're the first thing that someone might open in the morning on the day of their birthday. It's a nice feeling to be the recipient of that, which I have done many times.
It's a nice touch. Thank you, Larry.
Zach, I'll now throw it over to you to take us through how to activate GiveX within Marketplacer if you've already got a GiveX account.
Thanks, Tom. Right now, guys, I'll just quickly navigate to a different screen and show you how to set up an account on both the Marketplacer portal and request one with GiveX. We'll be breaking this demonstration up into 3 sections. The first is creating your GiveX account and the ability for your buyers to purchase gift cards. The second is enabling the use of those gift cards in the back end of the Marketplacer portal. The final step is checking out using a gift card. The first step is to create somewhere for your shoppers to purchase a gift card. GiveX will be able to help you generate this site as part of the sign-up process with them. As you can see by this example, you'll be able to create a site where you can make customized imagery as well as customized messaging for your consumers to both buy gift vouchers and check their gift card balance. Once a consumer completes all of these details and makes a purchase, they will be emailed their gift card directly. A great idea is to create a promotional or landing page on your marketplace, telling people about gift vouchers, the details of them, and where they can purchase one. The next thing you want to do is navigate to the operator portal, into configuration and then payment methods. From here, we'll create a new method. The purpose will be e-commerce, the method will be gift cards, and the provider will be GiveX. Once you've saved these settings, you need to navigate to the GiveX table on the right here and enter the required details. These can be provided to you by GiveX at the time of creation of your account. The final phase is the checkout. Now that we've enabled GiveX in the back end of the Marketplace portal, this option will appear on the checkout page. This allows a buyer to enter a card number and a PIN and then use the balance on their card. This will reduce the total value and leave either a remaining balance or pay off the order completely. If there is a remaining balance, a consumer is able to complete that purchase using any of your other preferred payment methods. Thank you all for your time today. This has been a quick demonstration on setting up and using GiveX via the Marketplacer portal.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for that, Zach. Shows how easy it is to activate GiveX within Marketplacer once you've got your account set up and you're ready to go. So that's all we've got time for today. I'd like to thank Magenta and Providoor for jumping on and taking us through how GiveX has worked for their business so well, and also Larry for taking us through some of the other benefits of GiveX once you implement it within Marketplacer. If you do have any questions about today, our details are on the screen. Feel free to reach out to any of us. And also, if you're a current client of Marketplacer already, feel free to reach out to your customer success manager and they'll be able to help you implement GiveX as well. So that's all. Thanks for joining us to everybody, and to all the Marketplacer clients out there, grow on.